should have seen by the look in my eyes, there was something missing. You should have known by the tone in my voice, but you didn't listen. You played dead, but you never bled. Instead you lay still in the grass, all going up and hissing. And I know all about those men, still I don't remember. 'Cause it was us, baby, way before then, and we're still together. And I meant every word I said. When I said that I loved you, I meant that I loved you forever. And I'm gonna keep on loving you, 'cause it's the only thing I wanna do. I don't wanna sleep, I just wanna keep on loving you. Yeah, what's up? Welcome. Lonely Uncle Podcast. Gosh. What's up, you beautiful people? What is up? Nieces and nephews running wild. I'm really excited because when I go out in public, I noticed that the other day somebody had on a Lonely Uncle shirt on, bruh. Have you got yours? Have you got yours? Yeah, I had to get some new sizes in, man. You know? Because they're selling what the opposite of hotcakes would be. You know? Whatever the opposite of hotcakes. That's what they're selling. Tough week this week, man. Tough week, bro. We had some people today, like last couple of days. Luke Perry had a stroke, then he passed. The dude from Prodigy, which I completely forgot, no disrespect, how horrible Prodigy was as a band. Get my fire started. That band, you know? It's just so funny because somebody had this quote the other day, like, you know, people have a tendency just to praise the dead, like to make them, you know, elevate them and make them something that they probably weren't, like a legend in some ways, you know, because they weren't that great alive, which I think is, I guess, true in a way. But I just love our current society where the dead is not safe. You know what I'm saying? Like we do something great. There was an article. This made me laugh because this is such a white thing to do. These progressive, aka worst people ever, came out with found this Playboy interview from 1971 about John Wayne, and basically came out and said he was a piece of crap. People just never cease to amaze me, bruh. What are we gonna do now, man? Guess what? Who are we gonna dig up next, man? It's almost like I feel like we've run through all of the living people, and now we have to start making things up. So let's just dig up the dead and just talk about how horrible they are. So John Wayne was a target, trending on social media for being a bad person. Imagine that. Imagine John Wayne not being racist. Dude, in 1987, when I was listening to Public Enemy, Chuck D warned us about John Wayne. And he was alive then, I believe. I have no idea. But, I just love who they're going to go after next. Daniel Boone wasn't the greatest husband. He was out there exploring the frontier, and he neglected he missed his kid's birthday. He's a piece of crap. Gosh, when is it going to stop? It's just hilarious. John Wayne. You come out of John Wayne? Unbelievable. Gosh, these people just suck. It made me fun. It just makes me laugh. It just makes me laugh. What else happened in the, and I just, it just goes to show, man, that we, when you think about these, somebody like Luke Perry who's just like, he was like just over 50 years old, just all of a sudden passing away. I think that morning he signed on for another show, a new show, and then had a massive stroke later that day and just recently passed away. That's just nuts, man. That's just really crazy. And then you have that guy, what was it? Jussie, that situation with the dude from Empire who's about to get written off the show, and so he staged his attack. I don't really care. I mean, let's look at it. Yeah, did you set, hate crimes and race relations back, a little bit, or just make everybody just kind of, bring this up, this situation up in the near future, yeah, and you're really terrible. But what got me is before then, he came out and said that he was the gay Tupac. Blasphemy. How could you come out and say, that you are Tupac, you're the gay Tupac? You never do that. You never sit there and elevate yourself on that. Gosh knows. Because it's just so ridiculous. I'm sorry, Jussie Smollett. Did you do this? Oh, you did. Oh, you wrote this. Or you wrote something similar to this. Ladies and gentlemen, Jussie. Oh, that's right. I remember when you wrote this, Jussie Smollett. Gosh, man. I see everywhere. If you're anywhere and you hear this right here, you're just like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember when you wrote this, Jussie. Round and round, round and go. Still clown with the underground when we come around. I ain't mad at you, but just don't get that man's name out of your mouth, bro. Oh, jeez, what's going on, people? Yeah, so I hope you had a good Valentine's Day season. This is where I'm that guy, dude. I don't know about y'all, but I'm all about once there's a major holiday, I'm always up at the Dollar General or the Maxway or the Family D, as I used to call it, and I'm always getting those discounts, bro. Like, you'll catch me big time. I will be stacking up on some Peeps the day after Easter. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll be up getting some fake blood, after the holiday season, for the next year, so I can have, all the, maybe I was eyeing that costume that I couldn't quite afford for this Halloween, so I'm like, I'm gonna get it on discount next Halloween. So I'm, November 1st, you'll see me all up in the Dollar General, bruh, and you'll see me stacking stacks, and I put it up in my attic. How white is that? Buying stuff the day after when it goes 50% and putting it up in your attic for the next year. Wrapping paper. That's what I'm doing, bro. So, you know where I am on February 15th. Everybody knows where I am on February 15th, bro. I'm getting those discounted edible Drawls, bro. Edible undies. Half off, and they're still delish. Man, edible underwear. Man, when it goes half off, because it's already kind of overpriced. I remember one time, and this is the reason probably why I'm single, I made my own edible underwear out of fruit roll-ups. And my girl, it's so funny because I brought them out, and they were looking at me. When somebody's like disappointed, like really disappointed. I get this a lot, like disappointed in everything that you ever done, but trying to hide it on their face that they're not. Bro, when I got like 6 boxes of fruit roll-ups because, my girl was, thick. Jay Rich, like, I'm thick. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to, because, those edible Drawls at the store, they're overpriced, and it's Valentine's Day, so it's like they double the price, like getting roses on Valentine's Day. So the edible Drawls, man, they're skyrocketing prices. So I got creative, and I just got some fruit roll-ups, and I got some of that some of those gummies, and I was like pasting them together, making some Drawls, bruh. And it was like, grape flavored. It was delicious. But when I gave it to my girl was like, you couldn't just get the real, the Trip X, edible underwear. And I was kind of like, no, I can't do that, and I think that was the beginning of that relationship falling apart, because she just expected so much more from me, and that's just what life's all about, you know what I'm saying? So, but I did hit that up. I got those edible undies, boy. I went ahead and got enough, for the next year coming up. Because you can wear them for, you get to wear, you can wear them a few times before you eat them. I learned that, you don't have to eat them. A lot of people think in edible underwear that you have to eat them like immediately. Like, some people just like wear them for a sesh, and then like they're just grubbing down, and I'm just like, what? Man, if you don't get 7, 8, 9, maybe 10. If you don't get a gym session, man, I was out there with edible underwear, bro. I was out there shooting jumpers. I was up at the Lifetime Fitness. They got that 3 line out there, bro. Had that strawberry header on, and I was just kind of like slipping through screens, flaring out. Just straight sticky, son. Water, So, I'm just happy that to take advantage of situations like that. So, um, so that's something that we can have. Another thing, I was just kind of thinking about this, um, the other day, man. Uh, Talking about the news, because the news was getting me all riled up and stuff. Um, but anyway, people were just like talking about how R. Kelly. Like, we know R. Kelly's a bad person. We've known this for 30 years. Why is this blowing people away? You remember Dave Chappelle? Drip, 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 drip. God, Dave Chappelle, best comic ever. Prove me wrong. That sketch comedy show he had, gosh, man, I still think about that, and I'll look at it. I still think about it, because it was just so genius, dude. So, and just and to pay my respects, today, for I wanted to, everybody's. I mean, R. Kelly, man, just was a predator, right? He was just a bad person. And we've known this forever. Now people are shocked about the interviews or the documentary. This has been facts, people. This has been something that's been out forever. People are acting shocked. It's ridiculous. It's hard to watch that stuff, man. I mean, he's an insane person. So to lighten up the mood a little bit, the flaunt my on of the week is no other than her, Catherine Elman. If you don't know who that is, she was part of the show Who's the Boss. She passed away, and I always thought she added something special to that show. And when I look at her photograph here, it is not really showing up. I don't have a print version. I need to have a print version of her, but you can tell how beautiful she is. But always thought that she just had so much grace, because I mean, all these young girls in the news, overrated, dude. Experience right here, bro. Experience. She was a little bit older lady on the show too, and I always thought her and Tony always had a good rapport. But she looked amazing all the way up to her last days. Like I think she was 89 or 90. Just stunning. Beautiful. So, she is definitely the type of woman that always kind of brought it. Always respected her style and the way she was kind of, she did things. So that's who we're gonna do. Flaunt my aunt. Rest in peace. John Candy, 25 years. I had a question that came up. He's passed away for 25 years. Of who's some of your comedic influences, and John Candy is definitely up there, top up there. I love John Candy. Every time I see a picture of John Candy, it makes me happy. Uncle Buck, to me, is probably the most underrated movie of all time, and one of my favorite John Hughes films. And he every time he was in a film, and it was basically when he had a smaller role or maybe a cameo or whatever, he just stole the show, man. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Are you kidding me? That is an absolute hitter. Love that. Gosh, I love that. And everything he ever did. Somebody like that I love people that just are funny people. Not like you're laughing at them, but they just make you happy. Like, God, he's just funny. Those are my favorite people in the world. It's just, as far as that goes. My gosh, man. So, it's just, it's been a tough week. We've had some losses, but it just goes to show that, there's no guarantees in this game that we have, And, so that's why you have to kind of be in that moment. And that's the hardest thing, I think, is to sit back and kind of enjoy this time that we have here. Because, there isn't any kind of guarantee going on here. And that's why I appreciate the I've been getting some DMs, and guys really do hit me up. I'm getting my everything together. I'm gonna get these if you'd like a T-shirt, you'd like some decals, let me know. I'm gonna put them out there, but I want you guys to have an amazing week, and I got some as far as more different platforms that this is coming out, because I'm just making this, enough people are interested every week to keep it going. So it's not going anywhere, And I love going out, and people like somebody stopped me the other day and said they loved the adult braces episode. And I'm just like, wow, dude. It's just cool, Like, that was genius. Genius? Dang. Also, what kind of tripped me out the other day is I was watching, I was on my YouTube video, and I saw some of the clips of my favorite comedians of all time, like John Candy and some other ones. And then I saw my clip, with, it only had 100-something likes. But it was still like, yeah, that's what's up, Besides something that had, 1.4 million. But you look good beside that. Because I felt like I looked good. Like, I complimented, I complimented Dave Chappelle's clip. It wasn't the other way around. It's not like he was complimenting me with my handful of dozens of followers or views. It was the other way around. He was just glad to be there. And that's making it, baby. Okay? Hey, do y'all remember when Jussie Smollett sang this? The blows like a 12-gauge shot. Feel me? And God said he should send his one begotten son to lead the wild into the ways of the man. Follow me. Eat my flesh of my flesh. Come with me. Hail Mary, run quick, see. Guys, have a great week.